We are more than just a bunch of competitors. There are many challenges to the competitive paradigm. Early in the civilizing process, institutional knowledge began to displace instinctive behavior. By institutional knowledge, we mean knowledge that was passed on to succeeding generations by the family unit and/or village. Institutional knowledge is based on actual experience and molded consciously or unconsciously by basic philosophical concepts. These have varied through the ages, but philosophical concepts that guide learning traditions today are primitive at best and generally remain under the radar. If we do have a philosophical concept behind the scenes today, we can say it has mainly been about making progress, which embodies competitive behavior. The competitive paradigm leaves us with several challenges. 1. Nature as model. Nature will eventually resolve all imbalances, but nature works in extremes and over a long time. We don't have the patience or faith in the prospects for long-term social survivability to leave things to chance. 2. Common good. Are people willing to forego their own self-interest for some larger social benefit, including sacrificing personal benefits for those social goods that also help them? 3. Progress. Progress follows the path of least resistance to the easiest rewards. Today, that often means that new ways of producing and packaging goods and services and expanding a market base receive the most attention and earn the highest rewards. Productivity gains are in fact strong drivers of wealth creation. However, these advances force society to adapt so that new technological and organizational systems can be applied for the greatest economic effect, not necessarily in order to achieve a desired targeted social goal. 4. Creativity is not a substitute for wisdom. Progress without direction is a prelude to unanticipated problems. By failing to define explicit goals, we follow a path in which competing interests will resolve into overall progress. As society grows more complex, the danger of spiraling into a chaos of unfettered opportunism increases. A free society that retains a reasonable level of efficiency requires ongoing efforts to balance individual and societal rights. The lack of focus in social progress has many dimensions. Ad hoc programs that seem to be inspired by political ambitions, with sound bites substituting for substance. No overriding strategic direction and consequently minimal programmatic direction, with very limited consideration to strategic interrelationships. Programs working at cross purposes. Unintended consequences going unchecked, and limited ability to respond to crises. Even if we were living in a relatively stable socioeconomic setting, the rapid pace of change has hampered the kind of social learning that comes from working out solutions to living together harmoniously over time. We have very limited social progress skills and must rely on contrived means of joint problem solving, if we are willing to do this at all. These contrivances are, however, our only hope of meeting the challenges of rapid change in a rational manner. The future will be managed. That is, a future in which the values we now hold dear still exist will be arrived at by us working together to make it happen, not because of fortuitous outcomes in technology, political leadership, or national economic prowess. The world cannot continue to unfold at random in ways we hope will be in our favor. We have real problems to confront, not just work around and hope for the best. The values we cherish present us with both inspiration and philosophical challenges. What's in it for me? Eventually, hopefully sooner than later, we will all have to engage with our society's ongoing changes with more deliberate processes. This will make all our lives easier and better and expand creative job opportunities.